Hey, what's up guys and girls? It is Friday and welcome to Beer and Watches, where I bring you the best in watch reviews and craft beer brews every single Friday. Now on today's episode we are going to be reviewing the Calendar Automatic watch from Roschenbold Watches, and it is an absolute beauty. Probably one of my favorite watches to come into the channel, so you don't want to miss this unboxing. And I'll also be cracking a classic American beer, Pabst Blue Ribbon or PBR. We'll be cracking this and taste testing it on this episode as well. And in this episode I've got some incredibly exciting news that you are not going to want to miss. It involves America's Got Talent and me, so trust me, you don't want to miss it. Now time's a ticking, so let's get stuck in. Hey, what's up everybody? Matt Johnson here, and welcome again to my YouTube channel Beer and Watches, where I bring you the very best in watch reviews and beer brews every single Friday. Now if you're new to my channel and you love watches and you love beer, then this is the channel for you. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe by hitting the subscribe button over there to the bottom right of the screen, and while you're at it, click the bell notification so you don't miss a single watch review every single Friday. And what kind of watches do I review on my channel? Well, I review micro brand watches, especially the kind of watches that you're not going to find in your everyday high street store, and also the kind of watches that you probably won't find on other watch channels. I'm super proud of that. Now I also here on my channel crack a beer brew every single Friday to go along with the watch review. The beer that I'm cracking today is the Pabst Blue Ribbon, or as it's known affectionately in the US, PBR. We'll get to this a little bit later. The watch that I'm reviewing today is from the folks over at Roschenbold Watches, which is a watch manufacturing company based in Hong Kong that are doing some really cool things with automatic watches, and in particular watches with a lot of complications. Now we're going to be opening this box up today and giving you a full in-depth unbiased review of this watch. For full disclosure, I did get sent this watch for review. I don't get paid for the review, however Roschenbold were kind enough to let me keep this watch. Before we get to these two great things, what could be even better? Well, this fantastic news. If you don't know, as well as being a watch reviewer, I am actually a full-time professional illusionist and escape artist, and I tour all over the world performing, or at least I did until COVID hit. Kind of went from hero to zero. I'm glad to say that I'm back in the saddle, and on Tuesday, right after the weekend, yours truly will be appearing on a little show you may have heard of called America's Got Talent. Look out for me on there doing my other talent, which is Dangerous Escape. So make sure you set your PVR and make sure you watch it. It's going to be on at 8 Eastern and Pacific time on NBC. Anyway, all that out the way, I would love to swing this camera around right now and get straight into this watch review. I sincerely hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Alright everybody, here it is, the unboxing and the full review of the Roschenbold Calendar Watch. Now if you want to check out this watch or their other watch, the Volante line, you can go to this website right here, roschenbold.com. I'll also put that link in the description below this video, and go along there and check out their full line of watches. You can also follow Roschenbold on Instagram at Instagram/Roschenbold. They're a manufacturing company which concentrate on making superb quality watches at reasonable prices. Now all the movements used by Roschenbold are actually Siegel movements, which they basically completely disassemble in-house and take all the critical components and replace them with better components to take the movements to a whole new level of performance. This means that all the movements get regulated before they leave the factory. They are run for 10 days, and that ensures an accuracy of plus or minus 10 seconds a day, which for an automatic watch at this price point is, I think, pretty incredible. Now they really stand behind the product because all of their watches come with a full 5-year warranty. If you are looking to purchase one of their watches, the Calendar watches, priced between $425 and $445, their Volante line also comes in two price points at $400 for the leather strap and $420 for the two straps. Now the Volante is also available in the RCB line, which essentially is the same watch with Swiss Loom and also also a rotating bezel which comes in at $450. So let's go ahead and open up the box and see what we have inside. First of all, we have this cool kind of cotton drawstring bag with the Roschenbold logo, which is just in print there. Opening up the bag, we are greeted with a travel pouch, and this is pretty cool. It's kind of a green canvas with a brown light leather on there. And if we open this up, this is also pretty useful. And check this out. I really dig this watch packaging. First of all, we have here the certificate of authenticity, and if we open this up, you can see that it is a calendar midnight edition, and it is a limited edition, only 5 of 50 of this watch produced. Very cool indeed. Now there's room here for a passport, an extra notebook, and then on this side, opening this up, on one side we've got the watch, and here we've got room for a pen, a couple of pens, something like that. So a great little travel pouch. Removing the watch here, let's just place the travel pouch aside for a second and take a look at this beautiful watch. Now I'm just going to go ahead and set the time to the obligatory 10 to 2 position so you can see everything on the watch. Now first of all, let's take a look at that dial, and I think it is absolutely stunning and elegant. Look how it's picking up the sun there in both the dial and the sub dials as well. Absolutely beautiful. It is a galvanized brushed sunburst dial. We've got the Roschenbold logo right across at the 12 o'clock position there. Around the outside we've got the minute and second track. We've got an HMS dial, hour, minute and second hand. They're all done in this beautiful polished stainless steel sword style hands, and as you can see, the second hand there is sweeping away because this is powered by an automatic movement. Now the two sub dials, the one down here at the 4 o'clock position shows the month, and right now it's between May and July, so that center between May and July is June. The dial here at the 8 o'clock position shows the day, and then up here just below the 12 o'clock position we've got a large date window framed in that silver there, and I absolutely love that. I just love that really clean white background against that blue dial. Looks absolutely stunning. Very legible. Absolutely nothing to complain about on this dial. It is one of my favorite dials to come into the channel for sure. The glass that we're looking at here is a sapphire crystal. It's got an anti-reflective coating. Moving around to the case, it is a polished 316L stainless steel, and then the size of the case here, we've got this beautiful coin edge to it with a nice large crown with good teeth there. Very easy to get a hold of, works beautifully. Now that crown isn't signed, however it is a screw down crown, so you unscrew until it pops out right there, and then you can turn to wind the watch. You can see that that sets the time, and that works absolutely beautifully. No lag. Very easy indeed. Push back in and then screw down to seal for water. This has a water rating of 5 ATMs. You know what? I think it's good for splashing around, a little bit of light swimming, stuff like that. Again, screw down crown is going to help with that water resistance. Now, as far as setting the rest of the dial, we have a little push button here on the right of the 4 o'clock position, and then we have 2 push buttons here on the left, one at the 7, 8 o'clock position and one at the 10 o'clock position. The best way to push these is with like a paper clip or a toothpick or something like that. And this one, when you push it, sets the month. So if you watch the month there, if I push that, that advances the month. The bottom one on the left sets the day. So again, if I push that, you can see it advances the day. And then the top one here, that sets the date, and as I push it, you can see it advances the date. Works absolutely beautifully. All in all, I think that the dial on this is absolutely beautifully designed. The layout of it, the symmetry of the dial with the 2 sub dials, the date window up there at 12, the Roschenbold logo, the symmetry of that dial is one of the nicest I've ever seen. As far as the strap on this goes, we've got a strap that is blue on the outside. We have got a lot of sun shining in here, so it's a little difficult to see, but it's blue on the outside and it's got a green on the inside. It is a beautifully soft Italian leather strap. It is stamped with the Roschenbold logo there, and then on this side stamped Italian leather. We've got some cream stitching at the top, 2 keepers, 1 movable, 1 fixed in place, and then we also have a butterfly, a push button butterfly deployant clasp. Now I'm going to go ahead and set that up, and now it's a simple matter when you want to deploy that clasp to simply push the buttons on the sides, and that opens up the clasp like the wings of a butterfly, which is why it's called a butterfly clasp. This clasp is a 316L milled stainless steel push button, one of my favorite types of clasps, very elegant and looks absolutely beautiful on this watch. I think you'll agree. Now the buckle on here is also signed and everything is well executed. Now before we get into the case back on this and the movement inside, let's just do a couple of quick measurements. First of all, the case diameter on this is coming in at 40 millimeters. The strap thickness is 22 millimeters. The case thickness is 15 millimeters, give or take a little bit. And the lug to lug on here is, let's see, comes in at about 50 millimeters. Now I should also mention that this comes either with a leather strap or a leather strap and a Milanese stainless steel strap. Comes with quick release pins, so you just pull down on that little button there and that releases the strap, and then you push down on that button and that pops it back in. Before we get to the back of the watch and the movement inside, it's time for a beer break. We're going to crack a beer, and today it is Pabst Blue Ribbon, as it's affectionately known in the US, again, PBR. Now this beer comes in at 4.9%, 350 milliliter can, and you know what? This was actually established in Milwaukee in 1844, and believe it or not, was actually voted America's best beer in 1893, although I'm not sure how many beers were around in 1893 and how good they were. Pabst Blue Ribbon is now based in LA, and they make this classic, refreshing lager, easy, cheap as chips, buy it anywhere. You've probably had it already. Actually, if you have had it already, you've tried it, let me know in the comments section below and let me know what you thought of it. Remember when pouring your beer to hold your glass at a 45-degree angle for the first 2/3 of the beer, and then turn upright for the last third and pour more vigorously to get a good head on your beer. Cheers, here's to the weekend. Oh, it doesn't get any nicer for a hot summer's day than that. Not complicated. I absolutely love it. And you know what? It's cheap as chips. You can get it anywhere. So go to your local beer store and get PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Let's get back to the review and let's take a look at the back of the watch and the movement inside. We've got the exhibition case back there, and also just down here, if you can see this, it is a bit sunny, but hopefully you can see this in the light. It says there 05 of 50, which means this is 1 out of 50 watches available in this particular colorway. Now, as I mentioned, this watch does come with a leather strap or also a leather and a Milanese metal bracelet. It also comes in this color, which is the midnight blue. It also comes in silver and charcoal as well. Now, the movement that we're looking at in here is a Seagull ST2527 made by the Tianjin Seagull Watch Group. Now, this particular movement has 25 joules, 21,600 vibrations per hour, and as I mentioned, Roschenbold have already regulated this in-house to plus or minus 10 seconds a day. It comes in with a 42-hour power reserve, which means that if you're wearing it on wrist and it's got a full wind, it will keep going for 42 hours. Now, one thing that I do love is Roschenbold have actually taken the time to customize the rotor. We've got a little bit of perlage on there, but we've also got the Roschenbold branding on there as well, which is nice to see. Now, the Tianjin Seagull Watch Group are actually the largest producer of mechanical movements in the world, and they're responsible for about a quarter of all the world's total production, which is absolutely incredible. Tianjin Seagull was founded in 1955, and the accuracy of Seagull movements is really, really great, especially this ST25 model. And I think at this price point that this is a really great offering from Roschenbold watches. Well, that's it, everybody. That's my full in-depth review of the Roschenbold Calendar. I think it's an absolutely stunning watch. Few complications on there. clean design. I absolutely love it. Once again, a big thank you to the folks over at Roschenbold for sending this through for review and allowing me to keep the watch. I am absolutely thrilled to add this watch to my collection. It's a real winner. Now, if you want to check out these watches or the Volante watches, you can go to this website right here, roschenbold.com. You can also follow Roschenbold on Instagram at Instagram/Roschenbold. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you again next Friday for another watch review. And don't forget to subscribe. And also don't forget, if you haven't seen it yet, click on that video right there. That's a really good one. And click on the Beer and Watches logo right there to subscribe. I'm Matt Johnson. Take care and bye for now.